All right.
Okay.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the After Party podcast. The party for the boys and the ladies.
Yes, sir. You know what I want to have to start off the podcast?
What's up?
I think it should be like an intro. I don't know if I want to do that song where it's like, it's kind of like alpha-ish.
Oh, you mean the one that Danny was telling me when you were banging on the table and shit?
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
yeah.
We can look at it, definitely.
Yeah. And get an audio clip maybe and just put it in there.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do a serious one or not, but I totally think that we definitely need one. And guys, we're gonna get one. We're really starting from the bottom right now. We're gonna get a green screen and record that entire intro and everything. You know, we've just got to look at the whole issues of copyright with music and all that. But luckily, Daniel is a producer, so we've got the beats covered and everything. But
yeah, he's the audio guy.
Yeah, we do definitely need to get an intro and everything, but that's coming. That's in the works. Right now we're just shooting on a little camera right now, but it's all gonna come together.
Yeah, it will eventually.
I totally think that's something that needs to be done.
Yeah,
it helps make it look more structured and everything.
Okay. I have a question for you. Are you stimulated right now? Are you stimulated?
Stimulated?
Yeah.
As in creatively, yeah. I think I'm creatively. I think a lot of people, I have ADHD, so, and I'm not just talking energetically stimulated. I mean, my mind's always racing.
Okay.
It gets so bad.
I was just gonna say it looks like you're fucked up on something.
Oh no, I'm doing great. Actually, my mind's always racing. It actually gets so bad that it sounds like there's a vacuum going on in my head because it just won't stop.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking,
cycle of the thoughts.
Just bouncing, pinging off of all sorts of stuff.
Sucking up in the brain and trying to get an idea from it.
And it's just like a sponge constantly. Like that one intro I was just telling you guys about the other day. I thought of that on the roof while I was yanking up nails and stuff. It was random. It's almost like my brain can do two things at once.
That's cool.
It's cool. It definitely gets in the way in the sense that how to explain this? Sometimes I'll start something and then I won't finish it, and then if I don't write it down, I'll never make it back. Mm-hmm. Or I'll never get that thought back either.
Is it because you forget about it and then just
yeah, pretty much. I forget about it.
Okay.
I forget about it and I'm like, gosh, what was that? Oh, I'm just going, and I can't. Then I get frustrated and it's just I lost it. Yeah. And to me, it feels like a great idea.
For a person like you, I think you need to have a notepad at all times.
Almost,
and just
yeah.
Write your ideas down.
And what really stinks is I don't have an excuse because of phones these days.
Exactly.
It's just more of getting in the habit of typing it all out and then going from there. But
I mean,
I don't have the habit.
Yeah, I guess you always had the entrepreneur mindset, just because I've got to know you for the last the past 3 months, and you seem like you are somebody that is striving to have more in your life, and the podcast, you actually fill our flames when you because you give us so many ideas, and we have to fucking do it for Chad because he's the push behind everything. You're the motivation for this shit. So when I got the sign because I was like, Chad is actually believes in this shit. So
oh yeah, dude,
we have to fuel your flame,
oh yeah, no, definitely, and I appreciate everything you guys do. I think aside from the fact that we're doing Sober October, and just to be clear, guys, the Sober October isn't official or anything like that. It's really just alcohol, because alcohol, believe it or not, is one of the worst things you can get addicted to.
Yeah.
But we, especially me and Daniel, we get messed up on, we get drunk and then we just say a bunch of dumb stuff or we have deep conversations. There's that one time where me and you there's actually been a few times where me and you've gotten drunk and we just talk about
philosophical shit,
philosophical stuff, financial stuff, crypto.
Yeah, we actually, get kind of serious.
Yeah. But me and you definitely get serious.
Yeah, when it's with when Daniel's with them, they get kind of lost in the sauce and they get giggly, which is all fun and games, And it's fine, you know, because you guys get along that way, and we get along in a different sense. So if we can talk about like shit like that,
I think with me it's more of matching a vibe, and I do not like using the word vibe that much, but like everyone's got a mindset.
yeah,
Like Daniel, he wants to be great and all that, but his creativity is very animated. I think animated is a good word to use. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
It's very bubbly. It's a feel good, happy time, whereas yours is more of a laid back, like focused.
Yeah,
And with you, guys, you can definitely see it looking at his body. It's more of like a laser, like it's a laser focus. Like just you in the gym,
yeah,
you're focused. Me in the gym, I'm focused and I'm going for it. But like, I also like motivating others. I
yeah.
think, at least that's what it looks like from my point of view. Like in between sets, I go up to you and Daniel, and I'm telling you, guys, you got this. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I
One
like
more
that.
rep.
I like that about you.
One more rep. Go a
You
little
want
bit further.
you bring it out in me, and I kind of want to like do it for you and like Daniel. So I'm like, okay.
I mean,
I
you're
see
gonna.
where you're coming from.
This takes off, and you're gonna reap rewards too. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's definitely like, and I love uplifting others.
yeah,
Like knowing that something I can do is also going to help more than just me
right.
is a reward in and of itself.
I feel you. I like that you're like you're so motivated to get something in life, no matter what it is. Like you are, whether it's money, like relationship, like you give it. I think you give it your all. Like you give it 110%, and you just want to fucking just attack it like a fucking tiger. You're just like, I don't know.
No, I get what
I
you're
like
saying.
that. I like that. You have the alpha mindset.
Well, and I agree with that, but I think my biggest issue right now is time management skills.
Yeah.
My time management skills are awful.
It's the
Like,
same for me and Daniel.
I mean,
same for me
yeah.
and Daniel.
I mean, time management's actually a big problem for just about everybody. Most successful people, they have a schedule.
Yeah.
They follow every single day. My schedule is not set.
Yeah.
I can't delineate's the right word. I can't put down a definite line between girl time, pod time, any side hustle I might have, because I'm really considering photography as a side hustle just to fund.
Yeah.
Family time, video game time, which I don't even really play video games anymore, so that's not really existent. But that's definitely an issue. But if there's money involved, that usually ends up consuming everything and ruining relationships, ruining family time, blah blah blah. Stuff like that. That's
I think you can organize it though.
I mean, yes, I can organize it if I just, once again, I have no excuse. Phones exist.
Yeah.
They literally exist, and setting up alarms and following the alarms and then following through with the schedule that's set.
Would you say it's like a problem of getting distracted and then?
Oh yeah, it's definitely, and I'm not using ADHD as a crutch, and because it's a definitely like very obviously ADHD type deal.
Yeah.
Distraction is correct,
So I mean, you just gotta write a schedule down, man.
and then
So-
I have to follow it.
Yeah.
Like I have to do it. Like
That's with everything. It's like a ritual you gotta do every day.
if a girl says, "Please, can I hang out for one more hour?" It's no, honey. Like I've got a schedule, and your time's up.
Time's
type-
up, bitch.
Yeah, type deal.
Yeah. I guess she has.
And I would say the only time that I could push through
Yeah.
and add extra time to is something that I'm very dedicated to, like this podcast, like
Exactly.
like some sort of side gig that brings the success that I want.
Yeah.
Because for instance, with my mom's business, like real estate's actually very time consuming because of the paperwork, because of looking at properties, because of inspectors, renovation, stuff like that. Like if that's something when the podcast goes to that height,
Yeah.
like I may just be an investor on the side.
For the podcast, or you're just saying?
I mean, not 100%, like, because we're still gonna need a camera guy, a sound guy. Like
Exactly.
we've got the sound guy, yes, but the sound guy is also a personality on the pod.
Exactly. Something I have to learn is because I do stutter a lot, and I know this.
You don't really stutter, I don't think.
I do, but it's okay because like I actually have the mindset to grow, and working out helps me a lot. Because when I work out, like that's when I'm the most confident. You know, I'm like,
So I hate to cut you off, but is it a confidence issue,
it's just
or
not.
is it an impediment type deal?
I don't know if it's impediment because like sometimes I can speak good if I like actually, get
Focus.
my focus enough and I actually focus on my words and like my thoughts. Because sometimes my voice gets ahead of my thoughts and I'm like blah, 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 blah. So
Oh, I
that's
do
like
the same thing. Yeah.
yeah. So like that's something I actually need to work on a lot. Because I know I'm capable. You know, I've been capable of a lot in my life because of where I came from. But I don't know. I think we should have a topic maybe for this podcast so we can actually keep it structured. Because
Oh
that's
yeah,
something I
structure is
would like to
definitely.
do.
Yeah, structure is
Um,
definitely important.
I think it's important to have both. You know, you don't always have to be structured. But I don't know. Maybe give me a thought, something you want to talk about on the podcast.
Oh, I mean, since it's me and you, I would say I was looking at the definition of success just about an hour ago, and there's actually two different meanings. There's a modern meaning, and then there's an archaic meaning. If that's a big word for anybody, archaic would mean in the past. I'd say about 100 years ago, maybe 150 years ago. So the modern definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or a goal.
Okay.
And the accomplishment would mean that there's a positive ending. And the older meaning is actually success just means that the goal had an outcome, an individual outcome, whether it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. And I find that
So
extremely interesting.
so like catching like food for your dinner,
Yeah.
something like
You
that.
you caught, like, let's say you did catch food, but it was nowhere near the amount you needed.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a good success,
Yeah.
but it was a success.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's an issue with our I can't say our generation. Would it be our generation?
Nah.
Because back then
I
it
think
was like, you know, it's a story that's been told thousands of times, but was it Thomas Edison or was it Nikolai Tesla that said, I didn't find I didn't fail to make the light bulb 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb.
it was Nikola, I think.
Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah, Nikola.
Yeah, so like that's still a success to him because he learned. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
but he failed 1,000 times just to try to get
One success,
that
one
success.
positive
Yeah,
success.
one positive success.
And that's what I find interesting about the whole older meaning part of it is the fact that it's either good or bad. It doesn't matter. There was still something to be wrought from the whole process.
Just having that positive mindset
Yeah.
can change everything.
Like, and I'll let the viewers know, like, we've tried to get this podcast off the ground for the past 2 weeks, and it's been nothing but problems. But the old meaning of that, of success, is did we succeed and get a podcast up? No. But we've learned, we've
Yeah.
grown, and so there's success in that bad outcome.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's just what I find really interesting. And this would be our first one we're going to put up. We're probably trying to make shorts out of it. Who knows? But this might be our actual first one because we've actually got a good takeoff now.
Well, it first started with an idea to have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And then we talked about things to get, first was the table. We got a table, painted it, eventually made holes in the table, It's just a process of things that you got to do if you want something to become successful, especially like a podcast. You got to think of the ideas that you need or the things that you need to achieve this. So, which is like a sign maybe or a table, like friends that you want to have a good conversation with, topics, write down shit that you want to do and achieve for the podcast, and eventually, it will come to fruition, and you will achieve just the small things that you need. But eventually, you're gonna have to step up, like Chad did, and you got a camera. We got a camera.
Needed
we got
that.
fucking light. We're already light guys.
Oh, yeah.
We had lights already. So.
Well, I mean, the sign is amazing. It really sets everything off, I think. It's such a small piece, but it still adds to the entire ambience.
I do want to add some like something behind it. Maybe like you know, those leaves that they have in clubs, and then they have a sign in front of it.
Oh yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
want to do that, you know.
No, I totally get that. So, to add to the whole topic of success, what in your mind, Johnny, is success? And I don't mean like what is the definition to you. I mean, think about yourself 5, 10 years from now.
Dude.
What is success to you?
Oh, I already know this. You know, it's not. It doesn't take much for me to be happy. It takes a little bit. Mindset for one. Second, I do love working out, so that makes me happy too. And then third, if I had it, I can't right now because legal reasons, but I'd be riding my bike all day, if I could. And that right there is just pretty much success to me. And then having friends and family that you love around you all the time, and doing something that you like, which is creating something with the homie, like the after party podcast, and having a just I don't know, like a family dynamic around you to achieve something and to live how you want to live. I don't know.
And what you're describing isn't like legitimate immediate family. It's Daniel, for instance.
Yeah, you don't have to be blood.
Yeah,
family.
He always says that you guys are pretty much married now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're like a
Okay, I
married
see what
couple
you're saying. I see
because
what you're saying.
we've been living together for 5 years, 6 years.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
I think I have the very typical capitalistic mindset of success, but I grew up relatively. I wouldn't say like super duper poor, but we were down in the trenches, definitely. I remember a time whenever I was 2 years old, and there was 8 months to a year where we didn't have lights.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in my mind, I'm like, it's dark in here all the time.
Yeah.
Why we're eating food by the candlelight type stuff.
Right.
And then come 20 years old, mom tells me, "Oh, you're talking about that house? You mean the house that was condemned that we were living in?" That type of stuff. So I think that's where a lot of my drive comes from the fact that I don't want to go back to that type of stuff. Because that's I can tell you out the gate that's going to put me in such a depressive state if I ever reach that again. But I don't think it would be bad in the sense that it's going to drive me down. But at the time, it's going to be like a fight or flight type deal. Okay. I'm going to be doing whatever I can to get away from that again.
You ain't going to be stuck in the mud again.
Yeah, exactly. So my definition of success is if we're talking 5 to 10 years from now, I would say 5 years, I've bought my mom another building for her business, a little bit of commercial real estate on my end. 5 years from now, I would say if I go with the CDL thing and I can make this work, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the trucking thing just yet. I'm still going to get the CDL, but that's off topic. Excuse me. 5 years from now, the pod's going to be, I would hope at
5 years from now, don't give it, give it less than that.
I mean, give it less than that. I'm just saying, goals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bottom line 250K subscribers.
Long-term goals.
Goals. Bottom line 250K subscribers. I expect more. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But you can't set your goals too high. You can set them high, but don't set them so high that they're never obtainable. Because you're never going to get that hit that you're looking for. I did it type stuff. But I do find it funny that you said something about you can get happiness simple. What was it? Happiness is simple for you. You have simple and obtainable goals. And the reason I find that interesting is that a lot of people, and I would say this is more of a first world type deal in America, they think that being average is bad. But there really is nothing wrong with being average.
No, not at all.
95% of the population, 95% of the population is average.
Okay, this is where it splits the difference between the happiness and the simple lifestyle. You do want to have options, even though you want to live a simple lifestyle. You still want to have options, like I do, and that's how I live. And the fact that it's just me and Daniel now. We don't have a third roommate. Well, technically we do, but that gives me an option. If I want to chill in the living room, not fucking deal with anybody's shit, then I'm gonna fucking do it because I'm paying that, that extra to live that, to have that option, which I'm okay with. And I want to have a lifestyle where I have enough finance to choose which bike I want to ride that day. If I want to ride a sport bike, I'll ride a sport bike that day. If I want to ride a fucking Harley, I'm gonna ride a Harley that day. I want to have options in my life, but at the end of the day, it's simple. I want to ride. I want to work out. I want to have a family, friends around me that care about me. That's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
It's simplified, but I still want to have options.
I see. I always wonder if it's like, do they? Because I always hear that happiness is a choice. Are people who are average who feel like being average is bad?
Average.
All right, sorry guys, a little technical difficulty there, but we are back. We were talking about what it means to be average.
Yeah.
When it comes to being average, let's get up to the mic here. I think it's interesting because people think it's not good to be average, but like I was saying, 90% of the population is average, and there's nothing wrong with being average. It actually takes, I would say, almost a psychopath to be successful, and it's what is success to you? Or is it a millionaire? Because you may not need to be a psychopath, but like billionaires.
Oh yeah. It's a different breed.
That's a different breed. It's a completely different breed. I mean, just look at Zuckerberg.
You're literally cutting.
Zuckerberg looks like an android.
Yeah.
He doesn't look human.
Yeah, he has no emotions.
He's almost dead inside, essentially.
Yeah.
It's
Which you
nuts.
do have to sacrifice. If you want to get to that point, you will have to sacrifice family, relationships, everything. If you're going to be a fucking billionaire, especially.
Exactly. If you're going to be a... Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I mean, they almost don't have a family. I bet... Heck, I wonder how much time Elon Musk even spends with his kids. And doesn't he have like 12 of them, 7 or 12 of them, or
I
something
think he's
like that?
got
9,
7, 9 baby mamas, something like that. That's what I heard. So I don't know. So you gotta have some baby mamas in your life.
He's got like 3 or 4, doesn't he?
Yeah, he probably doesn't fucking take care of the kids at all. He probably gives them child support.
Oh, he probably gives them a fat allowance.
Probably
10, 20 grand.
But he's too busy to worry about kids.
I mean, I think he works 18 hours a day and then only sleeps for less than that even.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a billionaire, don't expect to be a father.
I would expect not to really have any relationships except for like with your business or employees.
Exactly. You have to be a robot at that point. Because there's a lot going on.
Elon's a different breed, though. I mean, he somehow manages to appear normal.
Yeah.
Appear normal is probably a better way to put it, because when he talks, he finally, like, you get him on a podcast, you can tell he's not normal.
He learned how to speak better though, which is something that I noticed. Because before, when he got interviewed like early on, he was very what's the word? What I'm doing now. He couldn't get words out. And he would just be like, oh yeah. Talk.
I figured he was always like a think before you speak kind of guy,
He wasn't always, early.
You don't think so?
You watch the early interviews. He was very, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? You know.
You mean stuttering, stammering, all that? Like,
Yeah, he would stammer, stutter, all that shit.
I think it was just like he felt like he needed to say something, because he would sit there and go, and like you could visibly see him thinking what he was gonna say before he said it.
Yeah.
Like he literally practiced that mantra, like think before you speak, to a T.
Okay.
His employees say that all the time. You'd ask him a question, he wouldn't speak for 5 minutes, because it's like he's busy planning out the entire conversation you could have.
The longevity of it.
Yeah, the longevity of it. Do I want it to go this far? If it does go this far, should I tell him this? Type deal.
Right.
I think Joe Rogan's actually got a podcast with a guy that worked with him, one of the astronauts that worked with him. And he said, I got into a car with him and I asked him a question about, how good do you think this flight's gonna go? And it was on a 30-minute drive, and he didn't speak until 20 minutes in, and he only said one thing. I think it's going to go good. I'm very confident in it. And that's all he could say. It's like he was thinking, how should I answer this?
Yeah.
Is he going to think I'm lying?
He was like, it was like a maze in his head. Like, which way is he gonna go? Like, he's having blocks, and it's like it goes this way. Oh no, I gotta go back.
Well, plus he's running 3 companies. I
Yeah.
can't imagine that. And he doesn't even talk about the boring company.
The Boring Company, yeah.
Where he's drilling tunnels under LA to help speed up traffic.
I wonder if that was on a halt. I feel like that would have.
I don't think he put it on hold. I don't even. I really wonder, is he having trouble with the earthquakes? Because that's on a fault line. All of California is on a fault line.
He probably is. If you drill into the fucking earth, you're gonna have fucking problems. I mean, that's what happened in Oklahoma when they're fracking out everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, we had a.
Oh yeah. We have
remember
lots
that
of.
shit?
Yeah, we have lots of little baby earthquakes.
I know, but
From all the fracking.
we haven't had one in a long time because we stopped fracking, and I guess that was a big thing for the state. And everybody was like complaining that they were causing earthquakes because of the fracking. But I believe that.
I mean, I can see how it is because they're just blasting water back in. It's like water with mineral water, which is to simulate the exact same density of oil.
Mm-hmm. I was part of fracking. I had a fracking job. It was water transfer. So
Water transfer, yeah.
we supplied the water to go in the hole.
That's exactly what I'm talking about too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a mineral water?
I mean, yeah, maybe. Sometimes we would just find ponds and we'd like get water out of ponds and shit. Honestly.
Just suck them dry.
Yeah. That's what they did, bro.
I figured there was a little more science behind the whole deal, but
well, no,
what you're
sometimes
telling
they
me
had,
is they just bought a pond and then sucked it dry and then put it in a hole.
Sometimes they would do that. And then sometimes they had like custom ponds that. What up? Sometimes they would build their own ponds and they would suck it out of the man-made ponds, but it varied depending on where it was at. Like there was like so many miles you could cover.
That's crazy. I just back on the topic of average.
Yeah, we kind of got lost.
It's more of the it's more as far as average being is like I don't think it's average. I think that a lot more people find happiness in family and stuff like that.
And just being comfortable. I feel like
Oh, you think it's like a complacency issue,
people get comfortable,
or is it comfortable, or is it complacent? Because I feel like those are 2 different words.
What's complacent?
Complacent's like you look around and it's like it's not what I wanted, but like I'm all right with this.
Yeah.
Whereas comfortable is like I am cool dying knowing that this is what I've achieved.
No, complacent. Yeah, is definitely a better word because I feel like more people are more like that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if people aren't as great as they think they are.
That's what it is.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Just have that mindset, which I guess they're okay with because they're like, oh, I guess this is all I can achieve.
And to the viewers, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. If you want to party the rest of your life and drink and do drugs, that's fine. Like, if you're happy doing that, then fucking do it.
Yeah, just don't have kids if you want to do that.
Yeah, don't have kids. They'll probably get taken away.
Yeah, well, take it away, and if you do have kids, it's going to affect their lives and stuff like that. Strongly recommend against having kids if that's what you plan on doing. But there's nothing wrong with that. I fully advocate for the legalization of all drugs. But we've gotten to the point where in organs is like a nice little test. We've gotten to the point where people have been told drugs are bad so much and they've been sheltered from it so much that you can't just take away all the laws and everyone's going to ease into it anymore. Mm-hmm. We've got to ease up on the laws slowly.
Exactly.
And then do research. So that's the problem with all that. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how we get on that topic. Oh, average, and if you want to party and drink.
Which is fine. It's fine. We get lost a lot on this podcast. But, yeah, it's perfectly fine being average, but sometimes you want more, and that's okay. And that is a part of being, like, curious.
And wanting more means you're going to have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, as far as dating goes, before the one I've been talking to recently, it's always like, oh, well, you shouldn't do this to do the, like, if you want to spend time with me, you shouldn't have to, like, sacrifice time with your friends. It's like, okay, well, if I spend time with you, I'm always going to be sacrificing time with others. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice. That's my life. Mm-hmm. That's your life is sacrificed. And I don't want to say it's just a man's world type deal.
We are more simplified in that sense, but
But I mean, like, there's a lot of sacrificing that goes on in my life. I'm assuming there's a lot of sacrificing that goes on in your life as well.
yeah. I mean, I could, if I wanted a family life, I would sacrifice that. But I'm not willing to sacrifice that because that's not really what I want. For my life, I just want to be successful in whatever I do, or, whether it's a podcast or like, what I do behind, the scenes. But if I'm happy doing that and it makes money for what I want in life, like riding a bike, traveling, I would like to travel more. Having those options, I would love to have those options because that's something that I like to do. So that's what I'm trying to strive for.
Traveling is definitely something I want to do. Yeah. My biggest question these days is like, once I reach success, that's going to take time. And then I want to travel, which is going to take more time. When do I have kids? At least for me, I'm the only blood child of my family. So I have to, and I'm the only male blood child of my family. Not only am I the only child, but I'm the only male. So, like, I have a duty. Yeah, I have a duty, at least in my mind. I could die with no kids, technically, and be happy.
Yeah, you'd be
but in my mind, I want to keep the lineage going. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's like a man thing either.
I think it is. I mean, I have more expectation on myself because I'm the fourth. Oh, so for me to carry on the fifth, like that, like John the fifth, and it's like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see you.
So it's just like I have generations of Johns that are like, you got to carry the name, dude. Yeah. So we're gonna leave it on you though.
Yeah, which it's up to you now. I mean, no, that's no big deal with that.
I am getting older. I'm 30, so I'm like, shit. Do I still want to have kids? I'm like, fuck. I kind of do though. I mean, I don't think I would mind having another. Shit. I guess I would have to hurry up and try to have a boy if I want to do this. But if I have a daughter, then I'm like, God damn, I don't have to have more kids. And that's going to be
exactly.
More. But I actually have to be somewhere where I want to be to have kids.
Luckily for me, my family has a habit of having boys. So it's actually hard to have a girl.
Wait, didn't you say you were the only?
I'm the only child, but like my family.
Oh, okay.
Like my cousins.
They have to have more
my cousins. There's 4 boys and 1 girl. But I don't know if that skips a generation because my grandpa had 2 girls, didn't have a boy.
Yeah.
So like the loudest name.
Good. It's just random as fuck.
Oh yeah, DNA is interesting.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different topic that I am not informed on. Yeah. I don't know anything about biology.
We don't have to dive into that.
But I totally think that I don't know. I put weight on my shoulders on that aspect, and I wonder if the viewers do. But I don't know. I don't know if it's a man thing or not. I really don't.
I think it is. Yeah. I was gonna say we can talk about like some things we want to stop doing, like stop making excuses, or whatever. I don't know. Is there something that you want to stop in your life that is like causing you turmoil and like
turmoil,
or keeping you from like achieving your goals or whatever?
I mean, the bad time management, man.
That's the main thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's my biggest one. I don't make excuses, but I find myself procrastinating a lot.
Okay.
Or whenever I get sucked into something, I keep going harder and harder and harder if it's something I enjoy. I enjoy this and we're going hard on this. I will say the whole, like, the phone thing. All right, well, guys, that was Johnny. He goes by Johnny Made It.
Mm-hmm.
We just wanted him on here so he could talk a little more deeper, a little bit deeper topics, because we're going to have I don't want to say it's random, but it's going to be a nice mixture of serious, funny, financial, dating topics, women, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, how'd you feel about the podcast tonight?
Very, very good. We discussed some shit that we really need to talk about and, upgrade this podcast even more than what it is right now. But we on some alpha male shit, and we ready and we grinding and we're ready to take this podcast to the next level.
All right, guys. Well, it's Johnny. Give it up for him. We have another guest here. You actually know him very well because he was on that last podcast. And he's probably just a host. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, he's a host. But it's Danny. Okay. Danny's going to hop on. Johnny's going to go ahead and he's going to go get to work. He's got work to do.
Peace out, homies.
Deuces.
I'll see you on the next one.
Take it easy, Johnny.
Take it easy.
Tap me in, Bob. Tap me in.
Tap him in. Slap that dumpy for good luck.
I'm about to wrestle.
I love. I didn't realize you changed your hat.
Yeah, that was a little bit too farmerish.
I feel like you're just like Randy. Was it? Who's the guy that did a crap load of cocaine back in the wrestling times, like the 80s?
Triple H?
Not Randy Savage. Is it Randy Savage?
I have no idea. Can you turn my mic up a little bit? Or my headphones, maybe? It'd be number 2.
Yeah.
Second slot.
How's that? Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's better.
Okay, gotcha.
I was like, why am I so quiet?
So are we trying to keep the whole, like, serious thing going? What do you want to do? You know how me and you are.
I mean, we're probably going to get a little saucy. With no alcohol because it's sober October.
Yes.
Which I didn't drink at the bar, even though I was offered.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Right here.
I hung out with AJ. AJ was actually proud. He was actually, man, I'm proud of you for doing Sober October. He's like, I tried it once, but couldn't make it. he's like, I hope you make it. I'm like, well, if I don't, I have to shave my head bald. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't think you're going to look bad bald, though, dude. So if you want to take a sip.
Why are you saying it like it's going to happen?
I mean, if you want to take a sip, I'm just saying.
You're playing that game. You haven't been exactly sober this whole time.
Yeah, no. I know. I did shrooms the other day. I just told the podcast that we were doing. Yeah, yesterday. I just told the podcast that we're doing, like, not a legit Sober October. It's mostly just alcohol.
It's just alcohol. I mean that's been a roadblock with a lot of things.
Getting stuff done, losing weight.
Yeah, being emotionally stable.
yeah.
Alcohol fucks me up, dude. Like, it's just such a bad thing in my life.
Is that what is it? So when it comes to November, it's just Friday and Saturday? Is that how we're going to do it? Are you trying to cut it out completely?
I mean, if I feel as good as I have been when that time comes, then I probably will cut it out completely.
I mean, if you can.
I mean, a couple beers is nice, but it's never a couple.
I mean, I'm thinking fucked up Friday, Saturday, and then done.
I can't even do that.
Because if we do the venues, like we're talking about,
no, we're gonna be the ones managing them. We can't get fucked up.
That's
we
true.
have to.
But we're the hosts.
I mean, we're running a business at that point.
That's true.
So we can't even like get sauce. But the after party after the venue.
That's true.
That's where we
get messed up.
Which Miles and I were talking. He's all down for the. I like the idea of going out and getting content like in Bricktown and stuff, and just having a hotel on.
I love that.
And then we can do a podcast in the hotel room. Like whenever Nelk Boys interviewed Elon Musk, they were just in a hotel room.
That sounds
and
perfect.
This is totally portable. Like all the
this is 100% portable.
Yeah, which is why I like that interface too.
Do you still have the clips, the things where it ties up?
No, they're on a box, like right underneath the table.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I kept them all, Anyways.
You idiot.
Why is it so dark in here?
Because you see color, you bastard.
But yeah. Well, should we get to some, I don't know what kind of topics. I kind of just jumped in. I just got back from the city. So I don't know.
How'd that go?
Good. I just hung out with AJ. It was his birthday. Jessica said I could have stayed down at her house, but I was like, I'm going to have to wait for her to get out of the gym. And then it's like, I don't want to be too much. And like, I'm not going to go to sleep whenever she goes to sleep. So I'm going to be laying there in bed, just like trying to fall asleep. I can't.
Buddy, you are taking this slow, which, I'm the opposite. I'm kind of going fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been talking to her a lot longer than it seems.
Yeah, well, that's also true, yeah.
Because, like, I said that to her whenever we got back. She goes, we have not been talking for a month. I said, yeah, we have. It's been a month already.
Well, then for me, it gets, like, kind of, the more I like you, the more, like, kind of hesitant and scared I am. Because it's like, then it's like, oh, shit, like, I don't want to sacrifice all my time for you and, like, waste my ambitions.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Obviously, that's not what anybody should do.
No.
But I've been known to get that way in the past, like with past relationships, like being the type that's just like I'm always there whenever they need me to be there. Blah blah blah. Like I'll ditch whatever I'm doing and just like go hang out with them and stuff.
Yeah.
When it's not even beneficial to me. Like I want to spend time with them, but I have to get my shit done first. You know what I mean? So so that's why I'm taking it slow because it's like I don't want to.
No, that's fair.
Plus, I gotta drive an hour.
Which
so like,
I talked to Alyssa more on that. It was a shower for an hour together, and it wasn't like anything like it sounds.
Wait,
it was just because we were unsure.
For an hour?
Yeah, dude, I'm surprised my hot water lasted that long.
Your water bill is gonna be higher than mine. Fucking.
Maybe. Actually, I didn't think about that at the moment.
I mean, probably not. But
I was actually like, go water heater. I was surprised it lasts that long.
Oh wow, dude.
But I do have my own water heater. Surprisingly. Now we talked about that about how I am gonna have to. You're either gonna have to sit on the couch and accept the fact that you're near. Because I just reinforced it with her. Like I'm 100% not joking. She was like, I know. I was like, no. I mean, like, I need you to know that I'm like
I will be done with you if you don't comply.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Yeah, that's kind of attitude we need.
It's gonna put strain. I was trying to say it will put strain. Like, don't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason why I didn't stay with Jessica too. I was like, no, I need to get back to Stillwater. They're about to do a potty. I was like, I'm gonna be on the pod.
The pod.
I just like the name pod now.
The pod.
2 peas in the pod.
2 peas. 3 peas in a pod.
Dude, that's a good name for. Hey, never mind. No one steal that. That's mine. I'm gonna make a second
we're
podcast. Actually two peas in the pod.
Future Chad and Daniel, cut that.
Actually, one of my old friends and I, she always said we were 2 peas in the pod. So maybe I'll hit her up and be like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?"
That's what I gotta call her.
I think she's living in Florida now. I might go visit. It was never sexual. It was just friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even if it was sexual, I mean, that's not wrong. We get your dick wet.
In a pod. Oh.
Should be 3 peas in a pod.
It could be 4. We have 4 mics.
Is it gonna be? I mean, yeah, it could be 4, but I don't know about 4 hosts because guests and all that.
4 what?
4,
oh
yeah, hosts.
Yeah. We're not 4 hosts because then it's like, how would you even get somebody else on?
4 hoes. I mean, what?
4 hoes on the potty. Okay, let's look at these.
I think that's.
Well, these are what you guys already talked about this stuff, huh?
Sneak attack on the taint.
I don't even remember.
I remember we were drunk.
Yeah, she was riding that. I don't remember.
Wet wipes gets your ass ate.
Sneak attack on a taint. Who said that? Was that Vinny that said something about that?
No, it was you.
Yeah, it was only me, you, and her.
And then it was, in quotes, sneak attack on the taint, bitch boy Chad.
What? Did you say that?
I guess. Sneak attack on the taint. Friend of the bird.
I mean, if you use wet wipes, your ass is always ready.
A friend equals no toilet paper to show.
Well, let me see that.
That's an old one. We could do the what
Chad
is gun.
Why does he even say pussy ass bitches get stitches? We never said anything about that. I don't feel like.
I don't know.
Or like, why would that be a podcast?
I think she was under the influence herself.
Yeah, she was writing random shit. Oh, the no toilet paper guy. Yeah. Sex horror stories.
I never did finish the whole gun to the head thing. And it cut off at the end of the video. So
that's true. Yeah, you want to reiterate?
Instead of reiterate, everybody, Daniel. So we were out at the lake, right? And I'm sitting there, we're talking, doing our thing. She's kissing me and stuff, and rubbing on me. And then she whips it out, and she's doing her job, right? And then she comes up, and she goes, "Hey, you still got your gun on you?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, it's Oklahoma. I want to practice that right." And she goes, "You should totally put it to my head while I suck you off." And I'm like,
so did you cock it before, or did you make sure it was unloaded?
Oh, no, I didn't cock it. She did ask if it was loaded. I just lied to her.
What, she wanted it to be loaded?
She wanted it to be loaded, dude.
She was trying to do suicide by fuckboy.
Can you imagine like
She's gonna look at you and wait till your fingers on the trigger and just like pull it for you.
just like come up sideways and pop my trigger finger. Imagine shooting both of the head.
She's like, I want to die while getting fucked.
Imagine shooting both heads. You know, her head and your head.
How would you do that in one rack?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, what if for some reason, even though it's a 9, like, what if it bounced off her skull and just like blew the tip of my dick off?
Well, you'd probably be dead.
Yeah, I'd be squirting blood everywhere. I didn't do it though. Like,
It would have to, but if you're inside of her, it would have to bounce off her head, go all the way.
I was thinking like somehow like it comes like she's right here and it's like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she was giving you head.
Yeah, she was giving me head.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. She
That's
said
just terrible.
Yeah, no, no. She was
you
like,
did that?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
no.
okay. Yeah, that was very
no.
unclear. I was like, okay.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't clear. No, I didn't.
You were
do
really
that.
close to a case.
he forced me to suck his dick. Yeah, no, that's exactly what was going through my head whenever I was like, she goes, well, are you going to do it or not? And I was like, whoa, wait, you're serious? She's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. I was like, can you imagine? I was like, it's already, I was like, it's fun knowing that I could get caught, but getting caught with a gun to a girl's head while she's giving me top is a big no.
Yeah,
it's
it
a big
looks
no.
like you're doing some
It kind of looks forceful.
non-consensual things.
Yeah, like, dude, I get that.
Suck my dick.
She's like, no, I totally tell him. I was like, no, you won't. You're gonna be embarrassed, and then you're gonna tell her, yeah, no.
He had a gun to my head, and it's like, obviously he did.
Yeah, it's not like I can be like, no, I didn't. It's like, dude, I can see the gun. It's like, what? It's not like that. I didn't rack
She
it.
told me to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, officer.
Every false accusation case in the book.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're smart enough to not do that.
Oh, no, I took her home.
Because I've definitely done it.
I should have. No, I should have. I didn't. I took her home, but I'm like, I remember driving home thinking, like,
Dude,
I should have just dropped you off and let you walk home. Like, that's ridiculous to ask.
Yeah, or you should have just had like an airsoft pistol at the house. Like, use like an airsoft pistol, But she wouldn't have done the difference,
And why is the tip orange? Don't worry about it. It's just for looks.
It's like, well, this is the gun I use in training.
Just
So
use
that
your
people know that I'm
imagination. It's what I
training.
do.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some people are fucking crazy.
What about your crazy sex story?
I don't know about crazy.
How about weird?
I mean, I got a couple weird ones.
You can just do one. It doesn't have to be a couple.
I mean, it's not that weird, but it definitely startled me. And Johnny and Darion, when they were both living here at the time, and they both heard it. And the next day, they were like, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't even know." But so this girl came over. First time meeting her. We drink. I downed a bottle of Tito's, a whole bottle, in 30 minutes.
Did you stick a
Like
straw
by
in
myself, pretty much.
it? You're talking like
She had
Steve will
like
do
3
it.
shots out of it. Yeah. No, I just kept shooting him. She's like, "You're going way too fast." I'm like, I mean, my tolerance was super high then, so drank all that. EJ came over.
Elgin?
Yeah, Elgin, yeah. And he was recording music and stuff, and then he was done. She was like on my bed or whatever, sleeping. She's like, "Well, come wake me up whenever you're done." So I went and wake her up. We started getting after it. She's like on top of me, and she was just coming left and right, dude. Like every fucking minute, and every time she would come,
Like squirting? Like what?
oh yeah,
Oh,
all over me. Which
Love the wet words.
Oh, I love that. But anyways, the first time she was like, "Oh yeah, oh, yeah," and then like she kept going up and she go. She go, ah! Like, it sounded just like that. So she's on top of me. I'm all into it. I'm like, hell yeah, because I love squirting. And then she's just like going up, like with her voice. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna. Is this like a stop buzzer thing? Like, is this like American's Got Talent? And it's like, no. Simon Cowell said no. Like, that's what it sounded like. And I was like, what the fuck was that? So it happened one time. And then she came like several more times, every single time. Like right before she would squirt, and then like it would like deploy the waterworks. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And I'm sitting there, I'm still going at it, and I'm just like, I was like, I know Johnny and Daryl can hear this shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my
I've never heard a buzzer like that go off.
A buzzer.
It's like the cum button. I don't know.
Man, the weirdest one I had was like her voice was cracking like a 13-year-old going through puberty.
What? Hey, Mario. I don't even know.
And the problem is like I just laughed, so
Oh, shit.
I couldn't even finish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that was one weird one. I don't know how weird it gets, though.
Well, it's like, I mean, sex horror stories. I mean, I wouldn't even call the gun thing to a horror story. I wouldn't even call that a horror story. That's more like a just like. That's just like setting me up for
story, but I don't even want to tell it because I was just so disgusted with myself, and I'm taking this one to a great extent. But I'll tell you one. So I picked up this chick from Outlaws, which is like a super country bar, and and I bring this girl home, and she's attractive, but she is like heavily country. Are we still recording? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like we're in the backyard, and she's talking about how she has brothers and she can fight stuff, and I was like, punch me. I was like, I just want to see, and I'm drunk, and so I'm just like, hit me. She's like, in the arm. I'm like, no, actually punch me in the face if you want. She was like, are you serious? Because I'll do it. And I'm like, yeah, do it. So she like hits me as hard as she can in the face, and I'm just like, I'm drunk anyway, so I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, whatever. Still girl. But she hits me, and I'm like, all right, you hit pretty hard for a girl. I'll give you that. She reaches in her back pocket, and she grabs a can of dip, and she goes, I can't even do the finger thing. Tink, tink. And I was like, this bitch is not about to dip in my face after punching me. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah. It was just like such a manly thing. I was like, this girl's more manly than me. She just punched me. And like, obviously that was totally cool because I asked her to do it and it didn't hurt. But just the fact that she started doing the finger thing with the dip can, and I was like, she's not about to. She pulled out the fattest fucking dip and stuffed her cheek. And I was just like, I don't know if I should be turned on or if I should be scared. Like, I don't know what just happened or what just activated, but I don't know if I was comfortable in the moment.
Like you don't have sex with her; she has sex with you.
Oh yeah, have you seen the Amazon position?
It's so funny you say that. I had a girl say she wanted to try that.
Yeah. She definitely took advantage of me that night. I didn't kiss her though. I didn't.
No,
kiss her.
she goes. I actually want to try this, and I was like, what's the Amazon? And she shows it, and it's like So guys, if you don't know what the Amazon position is, your legs are on her shoulders, and she
missionary.
she essentially rides you like a suction cup dildo.
Your legs are up here, and your dick's bent this way.
Yeah, and she's sitting there just like riding the fuck out of you.
Yeah, well, she's like humping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember she showed me this, and I was like, oh, man, I'll try.
Hurts your dick when you do it.
I was like, man, I'll try everything once, but I was like, that looks emasculating as hell. I don't know if I want to try that.
It's like, but if we do, we should get on video. Put it on porno.
I just got this new camera.
Like 3 Amazon videos on porno.
Oh my god.
No, but anyways, yeah, I still hit it though, but yeah.
Was it good? Like, was it just typical?
Special.
Typical vagina.
Typical. I don't know. I was trying to stay away from her mouth because it smelled like wintergreen. It smelled like Copenhagen.
Why would she hit you and then you took her home and
No, she was at my house already, and then she punched me, and then she packed the dip, and I was like, well, definitely not gonna get a blowjob tonight. Definitely not gonna kiss.
I wonder what that would have felt like. Do you think it like
fiberglass? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's fiberglass in.
I keep forgetting there's fiberglass in the.
Yeah, I don't forget.
I forget that's like 90% of what ruins your gums and lips.
Yeah, I mean that's how the tobacco gets in there. It gives you like little micro tears in your gums.
Oh, and then
gets the tobacco in there. Yeah, that's how it's administered.
Is snuff still a thing? Like with the little.
Oh, snuff, yeah. No, I have a buddy. His name's Wendell, and he's an older man, but he still does snuff. He came into my store one time when I was managing this health food store, he started putting that shit on his thumb like this, and then like,
Hey,
and
bro.
like customers are looking at him because they think he's doing cocaine in the store.
That's
They're like,
awesome.
hey man, like, you know, he's like, it's just tobacco. I'm like, yeah, but the way it looks from a distance, you know, like,
Doesn't look
looks
like
kind of
tobacco.
suspicious. And then he gave me one. He went like this, and he's like, and he gave me one. I was like, all right, but it just looked like we were doing coke.
What does that feel like?
I mean,
Just a
it's
nicotine rush?
more gritty, but like, I mean, you know, don't know. I don't know if I've ever tried cocaine, but if I did try cocaine, cocaine was a lot smoother.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
It's just kind of like rougher going in, but like, yeah, like you get a head rush and stuff, but
Is it like a cigarette? What? Like,
it's like dipping to me. It's like the same kind of nicotine.
yeah, I don't see nobody do snuff no more. I'd actually
Yeah, no one
appreciate
wants
seeing
to
that.
snort tobacco.
I feel like it's better than dipping. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think snorting anything is really good for you, Chad.
You snort air every day. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. That's
I'm addicted
that's
to
like
air.
gas. It's gas.
Exactly. It's like, what is that called in Africa where they shit in a bag, let it ferment, and they sniff the fumes?
What?
No, you didn't know that was a thing?
Obviously not.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's how they get high. It's like a cheap way to get high.
Oh my gosh, people
No,
get high
seriously.
with anything.
Yeah, man. Seriously. Chrome paint, human feces that's fermented for a couple days in
Like
the sun.
methane? It's just methane.
I
they're
think it's
huffing?
just methane.
It's just
yeah.
displacing the oxygen and making them lightheaded.
Yeah. And then, if they do too much, they can die. But that's, that's neither here nor there.
That's fine.
That's
Everybody
neither-
does whippets these days.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Dude, that stuff was so bad at
I would
party.
never do all that shit.
We,
I've done my fair share of drugs, but
speaking
that's just dumb.
Speaking of whippets, we gotta get Logan back on.
Has Logan done whippets?
Not my place to say, but let's
Well,
get
that's
him.
a fucking yes.
Not my place to say, but if we get him back
if
on,
me
we'll totally.
mentioning whippets brings up a memory of Logan, I'm pretty sure he's done whippets. He also seems like the type. Sorry, Logan, you do.
It's
seem like
the
that.
mullet. That's
No,
that's
it's
what
just how skinny you are. It's always the fucking skinny dudes doing whippets, I swear.
yeah, and crack.
Naturally. I mean,
Yeah.
being skinny is like a side effect of doing crack, but like being skinny is a requirement to do whippets.
Yeah,
It's like a little different.
One of my favorite things on Tosh.0 was that skinny black crackhead who jumped off that 2-story building and landed on his back and then got up
Oh,
and
yeah, I
limped
saw
away.
that.
I love that so much.
He's like, I need me another rock.
He's like, nah, man, I'm good.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to go down the road here. So they're limping, grabbing his leg.
Oh man, I told my dealer I was gonna meet him at 2:30, now it's 2:25. I ain't got time for the ambulance.
He said, dude, spend 15 minutes climbing up the light pole just to get up there to do the flip. Dang, now
I
I
was trying to
gotta,
put on a show for my city. I was going to charge administration fee or admission fee, whatever it is.
yeah, don't you know they love it like a college running back out here?
I used to do gymnastics in 3rd grade. I remember that shit.
I didn't stick the landing, but I was close. And it don't only count in horseshoes and hand grenades. It counts in crackhead backflips.
What? All right, this has been very productive. We're definitely on topics. Okay. So you and Johnny can be really structured. I can just come in and fuck shit up. That's
Well, I
tragic.
mean, that's what cracked me up. He's like, you guys just gotta add structure. I'm like, I don't feel like comedy is too structured. I feel like you kind of throw something out there and you just kind of throw shit at the wall until it sticks.
Well, we're not. We're not strictly a comedy podcast.
No, we're not. We're not.
But
Well, I
definitely,
mean, what's your idea of success? I was looking up earlier, and I said this earlier on the podcast, but the modern definition of success is the accomplishment of a goal, like a positive accomplishment.
See, that's not my personal definition.
I know, I get that, but that's the modern dictionary definition, right? Now, the archaic meaning, like we're talking 100 years ago, 150 years ago, is actually the outcome of a goal, be it good or bad. You see what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's still mission's still complete.
the mission's complete. It just wasn't completed the way you wanted.
Yeah, it's just not good.
And it was is Thomas Edison or Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla who said I didn't fail 1,000 times to make a light bulb. I found 1,000
You mean
ways
Thomas
to
Edison.
Thomas Edison. Yeah, whatever one it was. I found 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb. That was
Yeah.
still a success to him because he was learning.
Well, yeah, no, that's definitely. I mean, I believe that. Like, failure is like your best friend when you're trying to accomplish
Yeah.
a goal.
Like
'Cause
this-
you learn how not to do it.
Like this
As long as you learn
podcast.
from your failure, it's not a failure; it's a lesson.
Like I was
That's
telling,
very needed.
yeah, exactly. Like I was telling Johnny, like this podcast. I mean, we failed a lot, but I think we've made it pretty far.
I mean, already we haven't really posted anything hardly. Like,
I know, but we failed so much just trying to get
yeah,
that
just trying
one.
to set it up. And I
Just-
mean, like we still gotta work out some kinks. That's all right.
hey, maybe a camcorder.
That's it. I mean, not that it's all on you. Like once I get some freed up money.
Well, I mean, they're actually cheap. That one's actually really cheap. And I'm wondering if I could ask for it for like a Christmas present or maybe get an advance on a Christmas present. You know?
Right.
Just be like, don't worry about
But-
Christmas if you get me this camcorder.
Right. Wow. Your family still gives you shit for Christmas?
They all get together and they give me like one present.
Wow. I wish I had that.
Well, it's the lead up to why that still happens. Because I didn't get very many gifts.
Well, my grandma was rich, so I got lucky on Christmas. Because, like, my mom would make her feel bad, and then she just buys everything.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Trick my... Nah, I don't know if there's all that involved, but... No, my grandma would hook us up on Christmas, for sure.
My grandma's dope too.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to grandmas, right?
Shout out to grandmas, even the ones that are 6 feet under. Like, rest in peace, Grandma.
Yeah, you make me feel 11'7".
That's fucked up.
Yeah, dude, it's not often I
I'm
feel.
way taller than you now, Grandma. I really grew up.
How does it feel now? All those short
How's the
jokes.
weather down there with the worms? That's fucked up.
Is it warm down there because you're a little closer to hell?
Oh, shit.
Nah, I love you, Grandma. Grandma
love
C.
I love my grandmas. Marge Mud.
I think I only got
Grandma
one.
Bird.
I only got one grandma now. That's crazy.
I don't got no grandparents.
Love my grandma. Say it again. I'm sorry. I'm repeating
I
it.
love your grandma too.
You would.
Actually,
She's one of those grandmas that
I was at her house last night
hell yeah,
after you were done with shrooms.
doing the world a service.
You know, grandmas need love too.
Exactly.
You know,
It's just- Yeah.
gilfs need love.
I mean, she's one of those grandmas that, like, as you're leaving, she's like, "Are you sure you're not hungry?" And blah blah blah. You know, you're like, "Grandma, stop,
Yeah,
stop
she
it."
she always wants me to come
Quit.
back for seconds too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know.
You're like, don't talk about my fucking grandma.
No, I'm just thinking she's got a lot of frozen pizza, and I'm. You know, I'll go back for seconds.
I might go clean my grandma's real quick.
Feel a little poor.
But I do want to touch on the definition of success, even though we talked about it in the
yeah,
podcast
yeah.
we did.
Yeah, right there.
We did cover this, but this says modern definition is just accomplishment of a goal. Whatever that goal is, I mean, that's still true. But my idea of success is like not just having money, like having money and the free time to do whatever you want. So having like a more passive cash flow, even though I don't really, there's not a lot of passive cash flow out there, but just having your time freed up. So like whether you have a company, you have managers managing it for you, or you have everything outsourced, whatever, where you free up your time while having money to do the things you actually want to do. So like, I mean, that's what they say your most valuable asset is time, because you can't get it back.
Exactly.
You can always make more money even if you have a setback, whatever, but you cannot buy back time.
Yeah, which is why I'm working on a time machine. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm working on like telomeres, in your DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm biologically
Immortal.
researching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like, I want to be immortal in like a jellyfish sense, where like as long as nothing kills it, it'll self-sustain itself.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
certain jellyfish are like
Like the
literally-
Man of War? Does the Man of War do that?
I can't remember
The
which one it is.
Portuguese?
I have no idea which one it is.
It's the big
But I
one.
remember reading about it. Like it's the closest thing to immortal on Earth, because like it'll keep living as long as nothing kills it. It'll just keep living and like regenerating itself. So, I think humans could get to that point for sure.
Yeah, who
But as far as
cares about
immortal-
time as long as you don't decay?
Yeah, I mean, I want to die eventually. I wouldn't want to be here forever, but because living forever would be a torment in itself.
Oh yeah, seeing all your friends and family die.
Yeah, seeing everyone you ever know die, and then like just knowing that this is all there is. I mean, the reason why we think heaven exists because there's like hope of something better, right?
Oh shoot,
But
that's true.
you lose that. You lose that when.
I think immortality would be like rich people. They get bored, so they start doing really messed up stuff.
Yeah, and then it's like, man.
Like think about it. You get so bored being a normal, law-abiding citizen, so you start acting like
See, it's
Paul
kinda,
Allen. Not Paul
yeah,
Allen.
well, it's kind of like
American
GTA.
Psycho.
Like, once you have all the cheat codes, you just start fucking shit up.
Exactly.
Because you own the whole game.
Like, give me
You
that
start
5-star rating,
And then you
homie.
start having people go to war for you and shit, like kind of what's happening now.
It's like pushing pawns around on a board.
Yeah, just like, well, let's see what we can do today, because there's nothing fun anymore, because I've done everything. 'Cause
I've done
been
it
alive
all.
for thousands of years.
Done it all.
I guess.
Imagine being
I
a-
guess it'd be cool to like see the evolution of humanity like unfold in front of your eyes. Like if you were alive during caveman times, and you're just like, wow, we came a long way. But now
That would take hundreds of thousands of years.
but now I own Kellogg's and Google.
I own it all. I'd be the guy that just like sang every popular song.
I own General. It'd be like Kim Jong Un, but everywhere.
Just,
like if I was
Daniel on a flag.
Yeah, everyone just worships me, and like everyone has to like look like me and shit. And
What would their worship thing be? Like, what would the chant be?
I will suck your dick. I will suck your dick. I will suck your dick.
I will suck your
I don't
dick to completion,
That was dumb.
whether thin or thick.
My chant. I wouldn't have a chant. I don't think.
You think they'd just be mindless drones that like walking around? I would put them on a
No, I
strict
wouldn't say
regiment to where they
mindless. I would-
all
I would
have
put
dump
them in
trucks.
that category. Oh, all the women in society would have to squat minimum a lot every day.
At least 30 minutes. And it's strictly just that 10 sets.
No, but if everyone has an ass, then it's like it's not even a delicacy anymore.
Exactly.
You know,
Like kind of like
if every meal had lobster in it.
kind of like girls get confused that pretty girls are common. It's not like they're rare.
Yeah, pretty girls are common.
You ever think about that? That they're common.
Pretty girls are common. Yeah.
I've been thinking about that lately. It's like
Yeah, that's why I don't really like trip over if something if I meet a girl I'm like kind of into her and it just like falls out or like the spark dies or whatever. Like I used to like be kind of I wouldn't say devastated, but like kind of like sad about it, and now I'm just like it really doesn't matter to me anymore.
oh yeah,
It's kind of heartless, I guess, but I mean like as cliche as it sounds, there are other fish in the sea, and there's plenty of the same type of fish.
Yes.
Like, there's no one that's actually that fucking different. Like, it is rare to find a loyal one. I'll give you that. So, like, if you find a really good, like, morally sound one that actually, like, is a really, really good one, then it's like, oh, well, you might not find that fish. But,
I feel that.
But the one I'm working on right now, the one not working on, but the one I'm getting to know now, I really like her. So I'd be kind of devastated if it fell through, but.
So with the one,
I get jealous whenever you cuddle her, not me. You guys were on shrooms tripping. I was like, wow, I want to do shrooms and cuddle Chad too.
we can, I'm like a nuclear reactor though. I'm warm, so you end up sweating.
I'm like a nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Is that on your dating profile?
No, but maybe I
keep
should.
you warm. A worm.
I keep you warm.
I'll keep you warm because I'm a fusion reactor.
I'll keep you flaccid because I'm hideous.
What?
I knew you said worm, and that's what I was thinking.
Oh, worm. That kind of worm. Well.
But like, no, Alyssa's awesome, great, big
She
dud.
seems really nice. She seems really nice and chill.
She's really nice, real chill, loyal as hell.
Loyal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She definitely does not like other girls talking to me though.
Oh, well, I mean, if she's being loyal to you, then she doesn't want any sign of that. But Does that matter to you? Like, do you have a lot of friends that are women?
No. I don't see. I'm one of those guys that don't think that men and women can really be. It's not saying they can't be, but it's extremely rare for men and women to be platonic friends. And I say this in the sense that
The man's gay.
and proven gay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna fuck him.
So yeah, well, I mean, girls always look at me wild whenever I'm like, is he actually gay? Because it's like I've seen some guys go to some lengths. I really have.
I mean, I thought about doing that just for like a nice pillow party with a few girls. You know, just one of the pillow fighting party. You know. Just
Oh yeah. Just like as soon as you feel like getting stiff,
Oh
though,
my
walk
God.
out. As soon as you feel stiff, just walk out.
And I'll just like cry to like one night to all three of them or however many girlfriends I have, and I'll be like, you know, I never tried, you know, an Arby's sandwich per se. You know,
But that roast beef looking delicious.
I want to try a bussy to make sure I'm actually gay.
A bussy or a pussy?
I don't even know what a bussy is, but you say it's funny.
It's a butt. It's a butthole.
Oh, that's what that is. Oh God, no,
Pussy.
no. I'll be like, you know, I never tried vagina before, so like maybe I should just try it once, you know, like because the men aren't really working out. And then all three of them will be like, wow, well we're such good friends, you can try mine. And I'm like, yes, you know, as long as it doesn't ruin our friendship. And then immediately I'm naked like that and just stiff, and they're gonna be like, wow, he was ready.
Just like Aaron.
I don't know if I want people who know me hear me talk like this.
Whoa.
What's going on?
Oh, we're still going. Heck yeah.
Still rolling, talking about nothing.
Nah, I mean, I think this stuff's fine.
Yeah, this stuff is fine. Like a little, you know, relax times.
Well, no, I mean, just like, I mean, I really do think that dudes. I actually know of at least one guy that's acted gay, just to like,
Really?
like he didn't get anything, and the girls were obviously, the girl was obviously freaked out.
I think women are better at being platonic friends
Yes,
with men
that's
than
what I
men
was
are
getting-
with girls.
That's
Because like,
exactly what I was getting at.
you know,
Girls always confused, like, oh, you don't trust me. It's like, actually, I'm a dude, and I know
but
he
my-
probably wants to fuck you.
but my thing is like, if I trust a girl, like even if I don't trust her friend, dude, like if I actually trust her, then I'm still not worried about it because I'm like, she won't let him do that. As long as he's not like a fucking creep, then I'm okay with her being around him.
I just can't stand the thought. To me, it's disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, I see that side too. But,
I mean, I can see your side, but like, I just can't get past the block of this
Yeah.
disrespectful
yeah, like
and like if she didn't want me to hang out with a girl, and I was like, all right, I'll stop. I won't even like if it was like say it
Well,
was
no, I
say
would-
your
I'd do that.
girlfriend was here, and but you weren't here at home yet, and you know we're cool.
yeah.
But she's like, why was she talking to you like that? Why are you messing around like that? And it's like, well, you know me. You know that, you know, we talk shit and all that.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to talk shit with your girl, too. Not in a bad way.
I hope so.
Yeah. But if she saw that, she'd be like, well, why is it just you and her, and why are you flirting? You know? Because after a
Oh,
while,
yeah.
girls that I'm with, when I talk shit, they immediately think I'm flirting.
Oh, yeah.
Because you saw how me and her were last night.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if she told me I don't want you alone at Daniel's house with her, I'd be like, okay. But that also means you can't.
Yeah, you can't do the same thing. You can't
Yeah.
like have a standard for me that you won't uphold.
A double standard. But
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
like, that happens a lot. And in the whole friendship thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do a double standard, but like, you know, like the girl I'm talking to now, like she has a best friend that's like a dude, and I'm like, I think he might be gay. I don't know, but I honestly don't care because I'm like, I mean, they've been friends forever. Like they probably would have been fucking by now. And also, it's just like I trust her to that point where it's like, who's that?
I have no idea. All right, guys.
Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, Johnny probably ordered food.
Oh, pizza?
Oh, how's your own? Good evening. Gracias, sir. Have a nice evening.
I'm Warner Brother, Johnny.
Fucking officer knock. I want one now. Oh, I need to stop overeating.
No, that's a problem. I've noticed that I overeat now that we don't drink.
Yeah, Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I've been doing. I thought it was her.
Well,
Nah, it's me.
actually,
It's me.
I mean, I was doing good yesterday until you brought that sandwich.
I know, dude, but
but it was totally worth it.
they're so good.
That was a good fucking sandwich, dude. That was a good sandwich.
Thank you, dude. I actually like cooking. I get a kick and
I like
adrenaline.
cooking too.
I get a kick and endorphin rush out of like people being like, "Oh, this is so good." You don't even have to tell me it's good, even though I asked. But that's just because, like, if it sucks, say so.
Oh, I love people trying my food. Like, my mom and sisters will get steak and just have me cook it just because they like my steak. I'm like, that's kind of cool. And so,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So,
My mom does that,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they'll be like, hey, like, we'll come over with steaks and, like, we'll get you a steak. You just have to cook ours, too. I'm like, all right, I get a free steak and all I got to do is cook it. Easy peasy. But,
I'll eat the crap out of some steak. Used to, but I can't really digest it anymore.
what?
Yeah.
You got bit by some ticks?
No, it's not that. It doesn't, like, make me freak out. So in your stomach, you have enzymes.
Yeah.
And if you stop eating, for me anyways, from what I read, is if you stop eating those enzymes,
You mean
using those enzymes,
you mean
using them,
foods that require those enzymes?
yeah, you lose them, and then it's hard to build them back up. And it's like the road to building them up is 3 days of no bowel movement. So I'm just like, no, I'm good.
You mean it's like a 3-day water fast?
I mean, like I'm backed up, like I'm plugged up.
Oh.
For 3 days.
Oh, you mean
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you gotta like reacclimate yourself to whatever you're
Yeah,
eating.
exactly. And then it's just like I can't. It's not worth it.
can buy
Because I'm hungry
enzymes.
in between there. You know what I mean? In between those 3 days, I do get hungry.
Well, yeah. You need some prune juice, dog.
Is that what it is?
Like a laxative?
Not laxative. No. I mean, I can feel it in my stomach,
Yeah.
and it takes forever to digest.
I don't know. I mean, you can buy enzymes though. There's a good company called Enzyme Medica.
Enzyme Medica. I knew you could buy enzymes. Dang it.
Yeah,
I lost the.
there's
Is that,
dairy ones. Like people that are lactose intolerant, they just take a pill that's just lactase.
I
and
remember
they
s-
take
I
that
remember-
before they eat dairy.
I remember seeing a seasoning that had the enzyme in it.
A seasoning?
It was a marinade, not a seasoning. A marinade.
Oh, it's weird.
Maybe it's a lie.
Maybe it's a lie.
Yeah, like
A lie.
a marketing.
I wonder if you
shtick.
lack like protein enzymes, and maybe that's why meat does that.
It's just red meat.
Just red meat?
Yeah, I can eat chicken, pork, and fish just fine.
Really? I don't
No
know.
joke. Maybe it's an iron thing.
But I mean, if you needed more iron, maybe you're overdosed in iron. I think.
I rarely eat red meat anymore. I rarely do.
Yeah. Or it could be that tick thing, because there is that like tick that if you get bitten, you become allergic to red meat.
No. I haven't really been bit by ticks that much. I really haven't been bit by ticks in a while.
Sorry, dude. I just feel like a diamond in the rough sometimes.
I don't think we should talk about that.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, dude. That's bad PR.
EDPR is good PR.
I guess so.
At least let's put them on. You know, we're just promoting
we'll
them.
wait for that, I think. We'll like play it one
I'm just
day.
saying, I
It's
feel like I'm on cloud 9.
You ever feel like you're flying with the stars?
Oh yeah. I feel like every song I make's a hit. I feel like I always make hit songs.
Yeah, I do that all the time. We're terrible.
We are awful.
Hopefully no one catches it.
Definitely not a good person.
But yeah, I'm putting my shades on now so I can hide my soul. Can't get me.
Cause I'm a dog.
All right. Well, anyways, do you have any there's a topic on here that says sugar mama daddy stories. Sugar mama or sugar daddy stories?
I've never had a sugar mama or a sugar daddy, so I really can't say anything.
I've
The
had-
closest I have is who I'm talking to now. That's the closest I got.
What?
Yeah. Well,
She gives you money?
No, not gives me money. She buys me stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, food. She doesn't put like gas in the car, but like she.
No, I'm talking about like someone paying your rent and shit.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm ugly.
Cause that's like a nice girlfriend. Buys you food and stuff. It's from time to time, whatever.
She like wants to, like gift giving is a love language.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Man, I'll tell you what. There's one time I was talking to this girl, and I still have love for her. She's an amazing person, and one time it was like right before Christmas, I think. It was like a couple weeks before Christmas. I went up to Wichita to see her, and we're like at this. We're in the mall, and we're just like browsing around, and I just pointed out a couple things. I was like, "Oh wow, this is cool! Like look at this." Didn't expect anything. For Christmas, she had got every single thing I pointed at, that being one of them. Because I was like, oh, well, that's a cool globe because I love globes, and she loves globes too. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I just sat it back down. And then there's a couple other things she got, and I was like, how did you even remember all this? Like, I didn't even remember all this. And then she got them, and I was like, wow, the gifts I got you for Christmas were not even close. To like, I mean, I got her stuff, but like, she wasn't doing any of that, and I wasn't picking up on anything. But she had gotten me every single thing I touched and said that was cool in that store that day.
Damn.
And I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn. Well, you're really cool. She's still really cool. But, yeah, we're just not, like, compatible that way, I guess. I mean, we had a great time together. And, a while ago, she sent me, like, a memory on Snapchat because it was, like, a year ago from the day, and it was, like, her and I sitting here or whatever. Like, not at this table, it was that table. But she, like, sent me a picture of me, and she's like, oh, hearts. And I was like, oh, like, do you still like me? Because, like, I would totally drop it for you. I would totally still like you back.
I would drop this ass for you. All right, so we do need to do an outro real quick because I only had 51 minutes, and we're at 47 minutes and 15 seconds.
We have to do a what?
An outro.
All right, well, this hasn't been the most exciting potty of the day, of the history. But
we are sober. And that's not a bad thing.
It's terrible.
I mean,
we're
called the after party.
White Claw right now.
Yeah, I do want some White Claw.
I just want to feel the sting in the back of my throat.
We've got 30, no, not 30. We've got 20 more days, right? Unless we're just going to do it on the Halloween party.
Possibly, we'll see.
Yeah, we do need to talk about that.
I don't really think about alcohol until like we get on here or something, or like I do something where normally I would be drinking.
I would totally be fine only drinking on the potty.
Yeah. Like, Chad, why are you taking this shit for so long? I barge in there, and you got a 30-pack, you're like passed out on the toilet with your pants around your ankles.
You just see me.
You're like, you said I can only drink on the potty. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Why did I say that?
On the pod.
On the pod. Because I could get messed up real quick on the pod.
Oh, it's so much fun. Like, whenever we had those
or at least have 3 in
that
me
one
before.
time, that was nice. I wish our cameras didn't fuck up that day.
I mean, I really like the times when we were just, like, destroyed, like, 4 packs of White Claw. And we had people bringing them in. It's like,
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Anyways.
Need to keep that
Yeah,
up.
this is Chad Black and Danny Phantom. Yep.
Big Poppy Chatty.
The After Party Boys. Over and out.
Signing out. See you guys next time.